How you guys doing? We're coming with another video here. We got a 2008 Honda Civic. We're still continuing with that last week's video, which is on a spring season. So we're going from winter to spring. So that's what we're going to be doing on this 2008 Civic. There's a complaint that the car is a little bit shimmy a little bit on 80 kilometers an hour. So we're gonna swap the all-season tires, and we're gonna be looking into that shimmy, what it is, you know. So we're gonna try to eliminate that. But first, I wanted to give a shout out to all the sponsors for keeping it real. Please support them. They're doing their business with integrity, and they're keeping it real with high tech here. So please subscribe to the website, because we got like 2,000 visits so far. So we should have 2,000 subscribers. So don't forget to click the button. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. So let's do this now. So right now we got the car in neutral. Actually, this is standard. So it's in neutral. The steering is free, so I can move left and right like that. So I'm looking for any play, you know, to make sure, because we're trying to find out if there is any play. That's why the wheel is shimmy. So we're gonna check the other side. When I'm doing this, what I'm trying to find out is, like on top, it starts from here. Actually, it's the spring. This is your coil spring. So on top there is I'm gonna show you guys when we bring the car down. There's a upper strut mount, so there's a bearing in there. So you got to make sure there is no any bind here. The same thing. So I'm looking here for any ball joints, outer tie rods, wheel bearings. So this looks solid. There's no play here. If you go like this, there's a play, and then it does like this, more likely you got a wheel bearing. But just check overall. This one looks got no play. We're gonna go in the back. The same thing. You want to do a play. If you got any play in the back, it's more likely a wheel bearing. So we spin it. So it looks good. The same thing here. You check for any play. I don't see any play. Just spin it. It looks good. Okay, now we're gonna just conclude that since we got no play on the steering, it's more likely the tires need to be balanced. So we're gonna show you guys how to do that. Okay, so the first thing what we got to do is we have to see if these tires have all proper pressure, you know. So we looked on the driver's side door, always is there, or in your owner's manual. You can always see what's the specs for your tire pressure. We looked at on this one, it says 32 max. So we have to make sure, because if you don't have even tire pressure, like if one side is lower than the other, the car is always going to pull that side towards the low side. So you got to make sure everything to spec. So we look here, it's perfect, it's at 32. So it's not the pressure the problem, it's something else. Take the tire out, and we got to balance it. Make sure you always protect your eyes, your hands when you're doing this. Remove this one out. Okay. So we're gonna set it up here on the machine. You got a couple fittings. You have to look the size of this hub here. So this should be good. Put that here. Like that. We set these now, so we have to look at these numbers here on the tire. So this one says 195 65 R15. So this is 15-inch rims, and then we're gonna put the width, and we're gonna put here the lengths from the hub assembly. So if you look down here, that's like about 8.5. So we turn the machine on. So we're gonna put 8.5 here. So it's at 8.5. So there you have it. Then we're gonna take this one here, and then we're gonna measure the diameter of the rim of the tire. So this is about 6.2 or so. So I'm gonna go 6.2 in there. Then this is 15-inch rim, so we have to go here 15. Okay. Gonna put the hood down here, and the tires are spinning. Then it's gonna show us if it's off or not. So if I take this one off, we didn't take any weights out of the tire yet, so it was off by 50. So I gotta put 50 ounce. 50 is one of those. Okay. It's asking 50. So that could do it. That's probably why. So I gotta center it. So I have to center it. You see how it gives you all full lights. So when it's centered. So the center is here. This is like where the tire sits in the car. So if the center is here, so we're gonna go like this. So the center should be down here. So you go down and 50 ounces. Then I'm gonna spin it. If we did it right, it should give us 0. So there you have it. So this tire is now fully balanced. So definitely that could have caused the shaking. And we're gonna, of course, take it for a test drive to make sure that's the only tire which is off balance. We're gonna do the same thing in all other 3 of those tires. So that's how you do the tire balancing in case you get that shimmy. You gotta put the cover back. So the reason I always leave the socket here is to make sure I don't forget to torque it, you know? Because you got to make sure always you check it with your hand, you know? You don't want to trust any machine, because this one, it will show you that it's properly torqued. For this car, I already set it up at 80, so that's what we're going to be doing. You got to back it up to 0. We're going to take it on the road to make sure that there's no shaking or anything, but more likely that's the issue. So on the note that I was telling you guys when we were down there for the strut, you know, actually on this Honda they have it hidden somewhere here. So the strut assembly on this one is here. That's the bearing I'm telling you, like that goes spinning. So usually if you hear clicking or clunking whenever you turn, that means this bearing can be messed up, you know. So on the quick note, like usually the steering shake is on your hand and you feel it on your hands. That's usually on the front tires. If you feel it somewhere in your back, that means you have some issues in the back tires. So until next video, please don't forget to subscribe to autotips.ca. Keep it real. Support our sponsors. Thank you very much for watching.